Zane Shelley for Brasington's Adventure Outfitters. And this week's tutorial is going to be on the benefits of a layering system. But before we get to that, we've got an event tomorrow evening. Jennifer Farr Davis, the current world record holder for the Appalachian Trail, is going to be coming in Saturday, January 25th at 7 p.m. She's going to be talking about some of her ultra-distance hikes, as well as her passion for the outdoors. The sale going on this week, we've got 25% off all insulated pieces. It's pretty cold in Florida right now. We've been below freezing for the past couple weeks. People are getting a little crazy, so come on in, get your insulated piece, and enjoy the weather instead of dreading it. So, into our system for the week. The important part of a layering system versus a single jacket, for example, is the ability to adjust what you're wearing and what your clothes will do for you based on how the weather will be adjusting as well. One piece is very nice if the weather is very constant. If you've got a jacket that's good to 0 degrees and it's 0 degrees outside, that's perfect. However, if that weather changes, if it starts raining, if it's very windy, and your jacket is not appropriate for that, then you're not going to be able to be comfortable in those new weather conditions. So we've got 3 different pieces here. We're going to be talking about an inner layer, a mid layer, and an outer layer, and how to pick them for the activity and for the weather that you're going to be doing. Now that innermost layer, the next to skin layer, is going to be comprised of a few different options. It can be a silk, which is kind of an old school method. It can be a wool, and nowadays you'll see a lot of merino wool, very popular option. Or it can be a synthetic. Today we've got the Patagonia Capilene midweight here. This is 100% polyester. And this inner layer is going to do a couple things for you. It's going to wick away moisture away from the skin. This is going to be then transported kind of out in our layer system, and it's going to be evaporated into the air. If you've got a material like cotton, cotton's very breathable, it's wonderful. However, if it does get wet, if you're sweating underneath all of these layers, it loses its breathability. That wet is then going to feel damp and cold if you're in cold conditions outside, and even though the rest of your layering system is in really good shape, it's going to kind of fall apart because of that bottom layer. So we're wicking away moisture away from the skin. Our next layer here, we've got Marmot's Front Range. This is the mid layer. Now this jacket in particular has got Gore Windstopper in it. The point of the mid layer is going to be to keep you warm. This could be a wool, it could be a polyester, it could be a fleece, it could be a down. So very going to be dependent upon the conditions. If it is very cold outside and dry, you could go with a down piece, but remember that that down is going to need to be protected if it does start to rain. If you want something that is going to be windproof, this Windstopper jacket would be wonderful, but if you're going to be increasing your activity, maybe a lighter weight fleece would be appropriate. So that mid layer is always going to be changing. That takes us then to the outer layer. We've got the Proverb here from Outdoor Research. And again, these are just examples of jackets we could be using. The Proverb is going to be very breathable, again, all the way through. This jacket specifically is going to be very waterproof and very durable. So durable is going to be important. It is obviously the outer layer. It's going to be protecting the inner layers as well as protecting the jacket. But the waterproof is what's important. That outer layer is going to be responsible for stopping the wind, stopping the rain, and stopping any snow that would be happening. So we've got 3 pieces here. I'm going to have John try them on here for us. And if you look, John doesn't look like he is very bulky. If he had a large jacket on that did all of the things that this does, maybe a bulky jacket. If the weather changes, he is able to, it stops raining, for example, lose the jacket, the waterproof jacket. If it gets a little bit warmer, still raining, he can always lose the bottom piece. He is very, can adjust everything that he's doing whereas if he had one jacket, wouldn't be able to adjust anything and would have to kind of stick with it no matter what the conditions change to. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like us on Facebook and check us out on YouTube. For all of us here, thanks, and we'll see you soon.